Namaste friends. In the last two videos, you have listened to Dr. Kailash Satyarthi's speech. Also, you have learned about him in the very first video, and then in the recent video, you have learned the contextual vocabulary in the speech. Let's march. Let us try to understand the key points in Dr. Kailash Satyarthi's speech. So let us understand, let us comprehend. The title of the text is Let's March, means let's walk together in the pursuit of global progress. No single person should be skipped or neglected or deprived and left behind. Dr. Satyarthi appeals the world to create knowledge that benefits all. Further, he recalls how thousands of times he has been liberated. He adds, each time he has freed a child from slavery. He sees the gods smiling on the beautiful faces of the children experiencing freedom and smiling for the first time. On the occasion of delivering the speech, he recalls the volunteers and activists who sacrificed their lives to eradicate child slavery and child abuse. He pays them his deepest gratitude and calls them martyrs. Even today, the volunteers and activists of his organization, that is Bachpan Bachao Andolan, meaning Save Childhood Movement, have been working across the world. He calls the motherland, that is India, the great land of Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak and Mahatma Gandhi. Further, he adds his journey from India to Norway, a connect between the two centers of global peace, brotherhood, ancient and modern. He was asked by the Nobel Committee to present or deliver a lecture, but very modestly he said to be unable to do that. He focused that he was representing there the sound of silence, that is, the unheard plea of deprived people, the unheard urge of deprived people, neglected people across the world. As Pujya Sane Guruji has rightly composed in his prayer, Sada je art ati vikal, jayanna ganjti sakal, taya jaun hasvave, jagala prema arpave. Exactly the same is the intention of Dr. Kailash Satyarthi by representing the sound of silence, cry of innocence and the face of invisibility. On the occasion of his speech, he had requested the organizers to keep a chair empty as a reminder that millions of children are left behind. He quotes the tragedies of skinny child laborer in the foothills of the Himalayas and the Sudanese child soldier. Lord Jesus and Holy Quran both preach to love children. Dr. Satyarthi says that denying the dreams of children is the worst nature of violence. Therefore, he refuses to accept all the prayer houses having no place for the dreams of children. He disagrees to accept that the world is so poor. He explains that just 1 week expenditures of all militaries in the world can bring all the children in the world to classrooms, means to schools. Let us try to understand what Dr. Kailash Satyarthi refuses to accept. He refuses to accept that no place for dreams of children in prayer houses. सगळी प्रार्थनास्थळ सर्व धर्मियांची, where there is no place for the dreams of children. So he disagrees, he refuses to accept this fact. And the second one, he refuses to accept the world is so poor, means world is not poor. He refuses to accept all the laws, police and judges are unable to protect our children. And finally he refuses to accept the shackles of slavery can never be stronger than the quest for freedom. Dr. Kailash Satyarthi's aim in life: every child is free to grow and develop, eat, sleep and see daylight, laugh and cry, play and learn, go to school and finally dream. So this is the aim of Dr. Kailash Satyarthi's life. The signs of progress made by Dr. Satyarthi's organization, that is Bachpan Bachao Andolan, Child Save Child Movement, that is Bachpan Bachao Andolan. So the first sign of progress of his organization, reduction in the number of out of school children by half. Then second sign of progress made by his organization, reduction in the number of child laborers by a third. Then third sign of progress is reduction in the child mortality and malnutrition. And the last one, prevention of millions of child deaths. So these are the signs of progress made by Dr. Satyarthi's organization, that is Bachpan Bachao Andolan. Some more important points from Kailash Satyarthi's speech. The biggest challenges or crises knocking on the doors of mankind or human beings, one is fear and the other is intolerance across the world, less or more. And the other key point is an education that gives every child in the world the meaning and objective of life. An education that gives the youth sense of global citizenship. Social roles being played by three daughters of Dr. Kailash Satyarthi. They are rising up and choosing peace over violence, tolerance over extremism, and courage over fear. This is really great work. Dr. Kailash Satyarthi says the emerging solutions are found in small groups, local organizations and individuals confronting with the problem. Which problem? Problem of child labor, child slavery, child abuse and child trafficking. या समस्यांवर मात करण्यासाठी जे छोटे छोटे गट कार्यकर्त्यांचे, स्थानिक संस्था आणि व्यक्तिगत पातळीवरती जो संघर्ष केला जातोय त्यातून हे उपाय मिळू शकतात. But he says and he warns, the emerging solutions cannot be found in the deliberations in conferences. So these are the extreme points and very important. The story of lion and the tiny bird teaches us that we must be adamant, means strongly determined in doing our bits for the sake of humanity, for the progress of children across the world. We must not flee in a calamity or disaster of any form, of any kind. He reminds global attempts to make new international law for the eradication of the worst form of child labor. The dream came in true. This had happened 2 decades back. Dr. Satyarthi tells us that there are all kinds of connects at global level, but one serious disconnect, that is compassion. There is lack of compassion. So he appeals to inculcate and transform the individual's compassion into a global compassion. He urges us to globalize compassion. He quotes Mahatma Gandhi's thought, which reflects importance of children while teaching the real peace in this world. he reveals the bitter truth that children who stitch football yet never played with one, the children harvesting cocoa have never tasted chocolates. He draws attention on the innumerable deaths of children in African continent due to Ebola, as well as the children being kidnapped and held hostage. He shares some of the heart-touching experiences of rescued children from various working places such as stone quarries. He focuses on children's questions on our inactions and their watch on our actions. He points out the need of collective actions with sense of urgency, importance of every minute for rescue operations, importance of every single child and every single childhood. Therefore, Dr. Satyarthi challenges culture of silence. He challenges culture of passivity and pessimism. He challenges culture of neutrality. Dr. Satyarthi appeals to end all forms of violence against children. He appeals to all the governments across the world. He appeals the intergovernmental agencies. He appeals the businesses. He appeals faith leaders, means leaders of all religions, the preachers. आपण त्यांना धर्मोपदेशक म्हणतो. Workers in the world and teacher community across the world and non-government organizations, that is NGOs. So he appeals all these components in the world, components of society, to end all kinds of violence against children. The worst forms of violence against children, very unfortunately, in many countries across the world still are existing. This is very unfortunate. So which are the worst forms of violence against children? Number 1, slavery. Number 2, trafficking. Number 3, child marriages. Number 4, child labor. Number 5, sexual abuse. And number 6, illiteracy. So these are the worst forms of violence against children which are needed to eradicate across the world. Dr. Kailash Satyarthi is very optimistic. He is very positive to end all the worst forms against children across the world. So, his optimistic approach should be understood properly. He says, government means all the governments across the world, government of every country in the world. Governments must make child-friendly policies and invest in education. Businesses must be more responsible and open to innovative partnerships. Intergovernmental agencies, for example, Education for All, this is this is global program of United Nations, UNESCO. So UNESCO is intergovernmental agency because it coordinates with many governments across the world. So intergovernmental agencies must work together and accelerate action. गतिमान प्रतिसाद, accelerate म्हणजे गती देणे, actions कृतींना. So which actions? Responding to end the worst forms against children that we have already learned, which are the worst forms against children. So they must be eradicated, abolished. So that's why we need such action to be accelerated. And number 4, global society must rise above fragmented agendas. There should be strong unity. There should not be segments of agenda. So rise above fragmented agendas. And faith leaders means preachers of various religions and religious institutions must stand with our children. So this is the very strong opinion of Dr. Kailash Satyarthi. Dr. Kailash Satyarthi's vision as a child, he says he wants to end or eradicate discrimination based on castes. He wants to allow all the children, despite of caste, creed, color and religion, in classroom in friendly manner. Dr. Kailash Satyarthi's final appeal. Let us democratize knowledge. Let us universalize justice. Let us globalize compassion. Let us march from ignorance to awakening. Let us march from mortality to divinity. So, these are the 5 important appeals by Dr. Kailash Satyarthi. Friends, we have tried to paraphrase and to comprehend key points in Dr. Kailash Satyarthi's speech. Now, I request you to visit the blog link attached in the description box of this video and complete the margin line activities as well as some comprehension activities provided in the homework in the blog link. Thank you.